on Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you joined us. Today is class 6 of our 30-class active chair yoga journey together. In today's class from 2 years ago, we'll focus on a deeper stretch, including seated gate pose, which should feel absolutely wonderful. Let's experience our chair yoga practice as a community together. Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you joined us today. Check out the sections on the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage. They make it easier to find classes by length or by purpose or by body area. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget it's free and I'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment. In today's practice, we'll explore poses for a deeper stretch. You'll only need your chair for today's class. And let's get started. So we're going to move forward in our chair and take just a moment to make sure our feet are grounded to the earth. And let's think about grounding those sits bones as well. Lift your heart. Flip those palms up to the ceiling. Close your eyes and connect to that heart center. Just feeling your natural inhalation and exhalation. And then begin to elongate that breath, inhaling a little more deeply and exhaling a little more completely. Do that one more time. Bring your hands to your heart and set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. Let's shrug those shoulders up. And then we're just going to let them fall down. Let's do that again. Shrug those shoulders up into the ears. And let them fall. One more time. Shrug them up. Should feel good. And just release. Excellent. We're going to let our right ear fall towards our right shoulder. Now you're going to reach up with the right hand and you're just simply going to lay it lightly on the head. Okay, so we're not pulling or tugging. We're just going to let that hand give that neck a little extra stretch, just the weight of it. Now let's take that opposite arm and extend it out, flexing the palm, pushing the palm of the hand towards the wall beside you. Just one more breath. Okay, let's bring this hand down first. Take the hand off of the head and lift that head up. Oh my goodness. Okay, and let's go ahead and do the other side. So we're going to let that left ear fall down towards the left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand and just lay it lightly on the head. Opposite arm extends out, flex and push through the palm of the hand. One more breath here. All right, let's release that hand, remove it off the head and lift that head up. How does that feel? Right? Pretty intense stretch for me anyway. Okay, we're going to come into cow pose. Let's take the thumbs to the back wall, lifting up through the sternum, through the chest. Maybe you look up just a little bit. And then let's go ahead and round down into cat pose. Pull that belly in, tuck the chin, let the head fall. And let's do that again. Up into cow. Maybe we add that breath. That's an inhale here. And then exhale down into cat. One more time. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. And release. And let's grab a sip of water. We're going to move into gate pose. So we're going to start by just moving over towards the right side of our chair. So I'm holding on to the chair here, and I'm going to extend this leg long. So you want to think about this leg being grounded. Remember how at the beginning of class we grounded our foot to the earth? So I want you to really think about this leg and foot being grounded to the mat, to the floor. And then this leg is going to be nice and extended out. So I'm up on the side of my foot. So I'm not pointing my toe. I'm not going to be working the quad here. We're going to be working the side, okay? All right, very good. Now I'm going to hold the chair with my left hand. My right hand is going to come up towards the ceiling. And then I'm just simply going to bend my supporting elbow as I lean. Do you feel that sideways stretching? All right, one more breath here. Let's come up. Now, this hand is going to slide down my leg. If it feels okay to let go of the chair, your opposite arm is going to come up and you're going to let this hand just slide down. All right, let's come up and do that one more time. I'm going to extend first, and then I'm going to lean into it. So gate pose. And then up we go. Opposite arm is going to extend and then lean. So this hand just kind of slides down that leg. All right, very good. Okay, let's come center. And we're going to do the other side. So now I'm going to just slide my hips to the other side of my chair. Extend that leg long. Remember, think about having this leg grounded to the earth. So you're feeling very solid on this chair, right? So this leg is extended. This is the hand we're going to start with, all right? So we're going to extend it up to the ceiling. Now I'm just going to bend my supporting arm as I lean into that stretch. Should feel really, really good. So I'm trying to touch the wall with these fingertips, right? And let's do the other side now. Now my fingertips go to the ceiling first, and then I lean. And feel that stretch. All right, let's do the other side one more time. Lengthen it up. Bend that supporting elbow as you lean into your gate pose. Oh, it should feel good. And let's come up and we're going to go the other side. And release. This all come back up into seated position. So the next pose is cow face pose. And what we're going to do is we're going to extend our right arm out, and I want the palm facing back. Bend at the elbow and place that hand in the small of your back. Now the other hand is going to come out, and that palm is going to face forward. And then you're going to bend that arm, that elbow, and bring that palm to the middle of the back. So let me just turn around and show you what's happening behind me. So maybe you can clasp your fingers together. Don't worry if that doesn't work. It's okay, right? You're still going to get the stretch. But I'm lifting up through my heart, right? Lifting up and just kind of squeezing behind me to feel that openness happening. Not only am I feeling a good stretch through my chest, the sternum is lifted, my arms are getting a good stretch too. One more breath here, and we're going to release that. How'd that feel? I know it can be intense, so just do what works for you, right? I'm giving you, you can just choose, where you want that arm placement to be. So let's do the other side, and then we're going to add one little thing on, okay? So first of all, that palm is going to face back. I'm going to bend at the elbow and place that hand in the middle of my back. And then the other palm faces out, okay? And then that is going to come up. Maybe I clasp my fingers behind me. So the other thing that's interesting is that one side maybe you can clasp and the other side you can't. Super common. This one for me, I've got way more availability, right? You see how much more I can squeeze? It happens, right? It's pretty common. I'm lifting up through my chest, feeling that stretch. One more breath, and then I'm going to release. So we're going to do one more thing. And I want to tell you, another thing you can do is grab your shirt. So we could be doing this with a strap as well if you wanted to do, use a yoga strap. but I decided just to, you know, you can just grab your shirt if you want to. That's another option. So the only thing we're going to add is we're going to add our leg. So we're going to cross the right leg over the left. Right arm extends out, palm faces back. That one comes to the lower part of the back. Opposite arm, palm faces out, and then that one comes in, okay? And then maybe you clasp the hands behind you, or maybe you don't. The main thing I want you to think about is lifting up. Sternum is lifted. One more breath. Let's release that, and then we're going to go to the other side. So I'm going to cross the other leg over. So this is the arm that's going to go behind, low and behind. And then this one is going to, the palm is facing out, and it's going to bend at the higher part of the back. And then I'm going to, you maybe clasp my hands behind my back. Maybe the fingers touch, maybe they don't. Maybe you're grabbing your shirt. Maybe you're trying to stretch a little bit more like that way. All I care about is that you're lifting up through the heart, feeling the stretch. One more breath. We're going to release the arms. We're going to release the legs and grab a sip of water. All right, we're going to move forward in our chair just a little bit. We're going to be working on stretching our hamstrings. So we're going to take that right knee in and squeeze it, all right? So we're going to flex this foot, and then what I want you to do is think about pushing through your heel. So you're going to push that heel, hold on under that thigh for a little stretch, for a little support there. Push through that heel, stretch. Now, let's just see if we can lift that leg any higher. It doesn't matter how high you lift the leg. What I don't want you to do, though, is lean back, right? So we're not leaning back so we can get that leg up. No. Extend the spine, crown of the head to the ceiling, then give it a little tug. Feel that? All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to put that heel down, all right? And we're going to lengthen through and let our heart fall forward, so pyramid pose. Now in your pyramid pose, remember we want to look beyond those toes, right? So keep the back flat. You got it. How's that feel? All right, let's come up and we're going to bend that knee and put that foot on the floor. We're going to do the same side again. Let's do it. Here we go. Bring that knee in, squeeze. Crown of the head to the ceiling, flex that foot, push through that heel. Grab behind that thigh and give that a little tug. Don't lean back, belly tight. Crown of the head to the ceiling. One more breath here. Drop that foot to the floor. Lengthen and hinge. Are you feeling that hamstring stretching? I know, right? I have tight hamstrings too, so I totally feel it. All right, let's come up, bend the knee and put the foot on the floor. All right, can we go to the other side? Let's do it. Bring that knee in, squeeze it. Crown of the head to the ceiling. Belly is tight. Are we ready? Flex that foot. Push through the heel. Grab behind that leg and give that hamstring a little love. You feel it? I know, I do too. Here we go. Put that foot down. Lengthen through the spine. Belly tight. Yeah, crown of the head long. And let that heart fall forward. There's your pyramid pose. I'm looking beyond those toes. Remember, keep that back flat. This isn't cat pose. We're not rounding, right? One more breath. Let's come up. Bend the knee. Put the foot on the floor. Can we do it one more time? Let's do it. Bring it in. Squeeze it. Flex. Push through that heel. Grab that thigh. Lift just a little higher. Ready? Put the heel down. Lengthen through the spine. Pull the belly in. And let that heart fall forward. If you'll notice, I'm holding on to my thighs a little bit here. And that's fine, right? Look beyond those toes, though. Keep that back flat. Feel that hamstring stretching. One more breath and release. Bend that knee and put the foot on the floor. How'd that feel? A little hamstring stretch, right? Okay, so our next pose is goddess pose, but it's going to be a little different than how we often do our goddess pose. So we'll do a heel and a toe and a heel and toe, all right? So whatever that means to you is absolutely fine. But what I do want is your knees in alignment with your toes, okay? So make sure those knees don't fold in. We want to keep those knees open and right in alignment. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to hold on to those thighs and begin to let that heart fall forward. Okay, or you should already begin to feel the stretch on those inner thighs. Do you feel it? I do. Okay, so we're going to let that right shoulder fall straight down. So a little shoulder dip here. Do you feel it? Now, what I want you to do with this hand, I want you to push against that inner thigh. So this shoulder is dropping. I'm pushing. So I'm feeling my sideways stretching. I'm feeling this arm stretching. And I'm feeling that inner thigh stretching. Do you feel it? Right? Oh my goodness. One more breath here. All right, let's come up. Now we're going to leave our knees open and we're going to go to the other side. Okay, so we're going to let this let this shoulder fall down. All right. Now I'm going to push. So this is the hand I'm using. So the same hand of the elbow that's dipped, I'm pushing. So I'm feeling not only is this arm stretching, my sideways is stretching, and my inner thigh is stretching. One more breath here. All right, let's go ahead and come up. Let's just take our heel toe in just a minute and take just a little break because we're going to do that one more time. Okay, so take just a moment here. Let's do it. Heel toe those feet back out. Remember, get those in alignment, knees to the toes. You know where we're headed now, so you kind of got a feel for it. Let's put our hands here. Let that heart fall forward first. Let this shoulder dip. Push. I don't know about you, but I feel all kinds of muscle stretching in this one. Feels good though. All right, let's release it. Let's go to the other side. We're going to let our heart fall forward first. We're going to let that shoulder drop, and then we're going to push. One more breath. Release that. Hold on and roll up to a seated position. Really good. Let's go ahead and bring those feet back in and take just a little break. So the next stretch is a pretty significant stretch. So if it doesn't feel good to you, then you're just going to bring yourself forward just a little bit in your chair. You'll see what I'm talking about here in just a minute. So I'm going to heel toe my feet back out, and then I'm going to scoot my hips way back in my chair. So the seat in my chair is now between my legs. This could be all you want, and you're like, yeah, this is enough for me, I'm good to go. And that's fine, right? Hang out here, you're still getting a good stretch. Now, if you want just a little bit more, so what we're doing again, we've got our knees in alignment with those toes, right? I'm going to grab my chair and I'm going to begin to let my heart fall forward. It's a little froggy stretch. You feel it? I do. So one thing to think about, let's go ahead and tuck our chin and roll up. Take just a break. If you want to bring those feet in just a little bit, take a little break. So one thing that tends to happen in this pose is we tend to squeeze our glutes just as tight as we can. The more you can let go of those glutes, the more you can relax, the more you're going to feel the stretch. Okay, so we're going to do it again, and this time we're going to change our foot placement. So here we go. We're back out. Our knees are in alignment with our toes, and we're going to let our heart fall forward. So this is perfect, right? If you want to stick out, stick here. This is absolutely fine. If you want a little bit more, I don't know that it's more, but it's just different. You're going to take your heels, and notice what I'm doing. It's almost like a froggy, right? I'm trying to turn those heels out a little bit. Okay? Let's try it. Extend through the spine, belly tight. Let the heart fall forward. How does that feel? Just a little different, right? Just amazing what a little bit of different foot placement, how it feels. Can you reach down and touch the floor? Oh, yeah. Can you let that heart fall any further? There we are, looking under that chair. If it feels okay, only if it feels okay for you. One more breath. All right. Let's go ahead and lift up, grab that chair. You're going to roll it up nice and slow. Heel toe those feet back together. And grab a sip of water. We're going to move a little bit forward in our chair. And then I'm going to take a heel toe, so that my feet are wide, or my legs are wide. So my knees are in alignment with my toes. Now I'm going to support my upper body with my hands on my thighs and begin to let my upper body fall forward. So it's just a little seated forward fold, okay? So I'm feeling that back is stretching. My hips are feeling some stretch. One more breath here, and then we're going to tuck our chin and we're going to roll it up, back up into a seated position. Okay, so we're going to do that same thing, but this time what I'd like you to do is clasp your hands behind your back, push your hands down towards the chair and lift up through the heart. Now, if this doesn't feel okay, we're going to come and do that same forward fold. If this doesn't feel okay, then you're going to come back to the version where your hands are on your thighs, okay? But if you're okay, we're going to lift up. Now, as we begin to come forward, we're going to let our hands just kind of come up towards the ceiling. So you should feel quite a stretch through the chest, the upper arms. I even feel it in my back. And I'm definitely feeling it in my legs as well. One more breath here. Pull your belly in, and we're going to go ahead and come back up into a seated position. And release. How did that feel? Good stretch? Okay, let's heel toe those feet back together. I'm going to take my right leg and I'm going to cross it over that opposite knee. I'm going to take my left hand and I'm going to bring it on the outside of that knee. My other hand is going to be on the chair behind me. Extend nice and long through the spine. Take this right shoulder, pull it back, turn, and look over that shoulder. We're holding and we're breathing, so hold the movement but not the breath. One more breath here. Let's go ahead and face forward. And then we're going to release that and we're going to go to the other side. So opposite hand is going to go against the knee. The other hand will come back to the chair. Remember, lengthen nice and long through the spine. Pull that shoulder back, then turn and look. So I'm just breathing here. Nice, gentle breath. One more breath. Let's go ahead and face forward, release that, and take the leg off. Okay, so I'm going to take my right leg, extend it long, and my toes are to the ceiling. So we're moving into a pyramid pose. So I'm going to move forward just a little bit more forward in my chair. All right, so we're going to extend first. Just let the heart fall forward. Hands are on those thighs for a static pyramid pose. We have one more breath here. Tuck the chin and roll it up. Now, we're going to take our fingertips to the ceiling. Inhale here, exhale, and we're going to let those hands try to touch the wall in front of you, and then bring those hands down towards the leg, maybe the ankle, maybe the foot. It doesn't matter. Feel that stretch in that leg, the back side of that leg. All right, let's come up. We're going to do that just one more time. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Hold it and breathe. One more breath here. All right, let's roll up. Bend that knee, put the foot on the floor, and let's go to the other side. Extend your leg long, toes to the ceiling. Let's start by lengthening through the spine. Hold on to those thighs and let the heart fall forward. So a little static hold here. We're just going to breathe into that stretch, all right? Remembering that I'm kind of looking beyond my toes. We want to keep that back flat. Let's tuck our chin and roll up. Now let's add extending those arms up to the ceiling. We're going to try to touch the wall in front of us, and then we're going to let those hands fall down towards the leg. And roll it up, and we're going to do that one more time. Extending nice and long. Inhale here. Exhale, try to touch the wall in front of you, and then let those hands fall down towards the leg or the foot. Doesn't matter. Feeling that stretch. One more breath, and up we go. Really, really good. We're going to move into seated pigeon, cross ankle onto the leg, lengthen through the spine, let the heart begin to fall forward. So again, the back is flat. We're just feeling this stretch first. Okay, let's tuck our chin and roll up. And then just flutter the butterfly wings, just moving that hip joint a little bit. Okay, now again, extending through the spine, letting the heart fall forward. Maybe we press gently on the leg. You might feel it a little bit more, a little deeper stretch here on this, from this pigeon pose. All right, let's release that and roll it up. And flutter that butterfly wing again. In our final version, if you want to, extend your fingertips to the ceiling, try to touch the wall in front of you, and then bring those hands down towards the floor. We just have one more breath here. All right, let's roll it up, and let's move to the other side, okay? So remember, our first version is we just kind of hang out here, and we begin to feel that stretch into the glute. Pigeon pose. All right, let's come up. Now this next version, we're going to extend the spine long, and then we're going to press gently on that leg. Just a super gentle press, but you might feel a little more stretch. One more breath. All right, let's come up and flutter that. I think I forgot that last time. It's all right. Just flutter that butterfly wing, so it's a little movement in the hip. Now the final version, extending up, extend it out, and then down we go. One more breath. All right, let's come up. Place that foot on the floor. Go ahead and sit back in your chair. Place your hands lightly on your thighs. Flip your palms up towards the ceiling. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out.
Activate your resourcefulness. Some people have access to great and varied resources. Others have a characteristic that can be even more valuable: resourcefulness. No matter what you have or don't have, you can find ways to make better use of it by employing your resourcefulness and learning from the experience. You strengthen that resourcefulness. Resourcefulness is a child of gratitude. The more appreciative you are for whatever you have, the more ways you can find to make good use of it. Without sufficient resourcefulness, time, resources, and opportunities get wasted. That doesn't do any good. A life of fulfillment is not primarily about what you start with. It's more about what you do with it. How can you make use of what's available to get from where you are to where you desire? Allow gratitude to activate your resourcefulness, and you're well on the way.
Let's open our eyes. Drop that right ear towards the right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that opposite hand down towards the floor. And release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reaching up with the hands, give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with your left hand. Give the head a gentle tug as we press that opposite hand down towards the floor. And release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. Remember, click on that subscribe button and leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.